Hello, friendos. Welcome to Possibly Sprints? Question mark. I don't know why, but my internet has been very wonky. It's like the 2.4 is working, but the 5 is not. But then also the 2.5 isn't enough for me to actually do this because it's like goes in and out. So I don't know what's doing, but that's neither here nor there. For right now, it's working. So we're going to give it a shot. We have a flash. I see you, Doug. You can go out when we get done with the talky bit. So go lay down, please. Thank you. So I spent the last hour working on making dinner, and I don't know, can you see it from here? All of my boxes. Trying to make my stuff work. As of right now, I think we're here. I could be wrong, but I think we're here. So, we have friends who are here. We have a Madison who can hold down the fart. I can't read. I can't see. It's fine. Mars is here, and Katie, and Heather, and Lisa, and Tennille, and Emily, and Maria, and Steve. I don't know why I skipped you, Steve. I'm sorry. And Julie. Yep. Dog Nosy and Wagging Tail. Yep, because he thinks that it is his world and we should all go by his schedule. Tennille is reading Little Thieves tonight. What is everyone doing? Let me know. What is going on? The last thing I did live was the coffee chat last weekend, so I haven't been in to like delete out all of the media and stuff, so it's just like a page of things, and I'm like trying to look for my normal stuff, and I can't find it, where are all of the things? So there we go. What are you working on tonight? Let us know. Hello, Nikki. Welcome in. Let us know what you're working on. Mars is playing backgammon against a computer because I've recently rediscovered my love of the game. I have never played, and I don't know how. I've seen it done, but I don't understand it. It's kind of like chess. I've seen it done, but I don't understand it. Hello, Cat. Cat is working on character arcs. We love that. Lisa's trying to finish a book tonight. Writing or reading? Curious minds want to know. Maria's working on some things I want to do in a story of seasons, pioneers of Olive Town. Excellent. Cooperate with me. Anna is attempting to be brave and open my novel document for the first time in about 10 days. Listen, at some point this evening, because it is my first free weekend of the month, because last weekend, actually, I think last weekend was Friday was the 31st, wasn't it? This is the first weekend of the month, the first Friday of the month, which means that on Katie's sprints, I will be writing, which means I haven't opened my project for an entire month. Prior to that, it was 2 months. Prior to that, it was about the 16-ish months. So you got this. It's going to be okay. Julie is setting up a bullet journal and list for the weekend. I've been reading Ace of Spades, but might switch for the rest of the evening. I, as you can see from my list, have not set up my February reading bullet journal. It's blank. Ain't nothing in there. But it doesn't matter because I haven't written or read anything. So it doesn't matter. I started taking a new medication for my insomnia like 2 weeks ago, which has been fantastic to like not be awake all night and stare at the ceiling. Like I've went from sleeping 2 hours a night to like sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night. We love this for me. I am so rested. However, the like main side effect is blurred vision, and mine has been really bad. Supposedly it'll go away in a couple of weeks. But today is actually week 2. But today has been the best day I've had so far. But the past week or so, like, just, it feels like I'm walking around without my glasses on. and trying to, like, first off, I'm at work. So I'm up looking at a screen, looking at people, trying to read stuff. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like your eyes are having to adjust to like 3 different spaces of awareness. Let's go with that. And it's painful. It's causing headaches. But then, like, by the time I get home, everything is just shapes, whether I have my glasses on or not. Like, my eyes have given up. They are done. So I've mostly just been like sitting in the dark and listening to the TV. So it's been great. Love that for me. Hopefully it's getting better. I have books to read. Like giant tomes to read in the next 11 days. It'll be fine. It'll either be fine or it won't, right? Right. Let's see. I don't know how I got into backgammon, but it is my favorite classic game. Okay. Lisa is reading, so she's hoping to finish a book, reading a book. Hello, Heather. We said hello to Heather already. I'm just kidding. I'm taking that hello back. Haha. Adding scenes to my poly vampire novel before it goes to the editor. Excellent. Hello, Wallace. Emily is going to catch up on filling up my reading journal reviews and then get into my next book. We love that. Let us know what you're working on, what you're reading. I do got this. I have not been writing, and I haven't, but I did some writing during our writing retreat last year. November. It was in November last year, not October. Like the first day I think that we actually did writing, I did like 1,000 words. That was my goal for the month, to just try to see if I was ready. And I'm not going crazy because that is the one day I wrote last year. Like literally one day that I wrote last year was that day. So I'm just trying to do like one day a month and see how I feel about it. And because Katie is doing sprints on Fridays in the evenings, I'm trying to do the first Friday of the month. I'm going to hang out with Katie and I'm going to write some things like the rest of you. Katie's working on book 2 as usual with an upside down smiley face. Fort does look like fart. I feel so like I feel my eyes feel tired, but it's because my eyes are strained. But like as far as my body, I have sleep. It's great. Highly recommend. Yeah, it does. It's not horrible, but it's also not great. I also hope it goes away, because if it doesn't go away, I'm going to stop taking the medicine. And I like that medicine. It makes me very happy. Sleepy. I didn't realize that's what it was at first. At first, I was just like, is there something wrong with my glasses? And it also was very snowy here. And I don't know if, for those of you who live in a snowy climate, you know, especially when it's snowy and then sunny, and you just have like light blasting you in your eyes for days on end. And so I thought that was part of it too, was just that it's been so, like, I've had several inches of snow at my house for over a week. Not now, but prior, like the first week, my eyes were hurting. So I just thought it was all the sunlight trying to stab me in the eyeballs. I was wrong. It's fine. Maria has not read since Tuesday. That's okay, Maria. I haven't read since whatever day last month I finished a book. Hold on, wait. I can tell you. Let's see. That would be... Actually, I did read after I finished a book. I just didn't make it very far. I've read since the 30th of January. So, not doing great, Carl. Headaches are awful, but vision sounds tough to deal with. Listen, just got to keep on keeping on. Stieg is reading The Hobbit. Hip hoppity hop. Love hanging out with you, and I will sprint every Friday if it gets you to write, except for March, because I will be on Pacific time. Yes, we've already discussed you will be out in March, but it's fine. I can write on my own sprints in March. Will I? Debatable, but I can if I want to. Still working on Project Beacon and moving on to my daily readings pages of Thrawn by Timothy Zahn. I need to read at least 110 pages. It's a lot of pages. She's going to California to see a tennis tournament, Yes, we love the sleep. Sleep is fun. Snow and sun is brutal. Such a migraine trigger. Yes, and it has been rough. There's been so much snow. So much. The sun, isn't that Arvin? We have a buddy read. Oh, good Lord. I know my next read, and it is The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. Excellent. Second Friday of March, so we could just move it to then. All right, will do. Listen, Mars killed our buddy read. I hope you know, because I started reading the book, and then the next day, Mars read the whole book. I'm just saying. And it is definitely not her new book. It's like an old, is it? Yeah, it's an old one. I have it from I don't know, Illumicrate? Owl Crate? Something. I have it from something. Started Psyching Arrows earlier today. It wasn't going to be my next read, but then I saw it was blurred by Rebecca Ross, and it made me so much more excited for it. It's a floppy paperback. Didn't realize the library was giving me. Well, we love floppy paperbacks. We were reading. I mean, you know, if you want to see the stack of books that I'm supposed to be reading right now, ignore my dinner plate because I ate dinner while I was trying to fix the computer. Hold on. This is a somewhat accurate portrayal of the books that I need to read this month, except one is missing and one is the first in the series when I'm actually reading the second in the series. So we are 7 days into the month. All right. It's just this is what I'm supposed to be reading right now, plus A Fate Inked in Blood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this and Wind Witch instead of Truth Witch. Dreams Lie Beneath is the buddy read we were doing. This is an arc that I have that I need to get reviewed. Society of Lies is probably not going to happen, but I wanted to read it this month. And then two Sarah J. Maas books and A Fate Inked in Blood, which was like probably these two books together. It's almost 500 pages. It's not quite 500, but it's almost 500. So it's fine. I will get there eventually. I'm off work tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know this, if you got the update, but I only have to work the first Saturday of the month now. I don't have to work 6 days a week for the rest of my godforsaken life. I get 2 days off a week now. And it's just the life. So I have tomorrow off. I will be working on my bedroom makeover for those of you who are part of the Troublemakers Library. I am the Hex Library. If you're a part of the Troublemakers Library, I shared in there what I'm like a vibe for my room redo, and I'm going to start working on that this weekend, cleaning everything out, taking beds apart, etc., etc. So I'll be listening to the Sarah J. Maas books while I do that, because the live show is on the 18th. It was really good. I didn't mean to read it all in one day, but you did. It is very Mars coded. Absolutely. This past month that I've had a library card has made me feel like I'm in 5th grade trying to fill out my Pizza Hut reading punch card. Yes, I think I should make myself a Pizza Hut reading punch card. And then maybe I'll be more inclined to read. I mean, it's probably only like 4,000 pages, which I could normally do in a month. Like my average is like 5,000 a month. But I haven't read anything forever. So, it's a lot of books. I have a similar TBR, but they're all shorter romances, so it's fine. Yeah, lucky you. Every reader is familiar with the stack. the stack. Also, hello. I'm not going to read them this month. I'm too busy freaking out over book 2. It's fine. Listen, I can help you with book 2 if you would like help. I mean, I can't because I don't know anything that's happening because I don't follow people on the internet that I love. I just guess. And but I can help you if you need help because I have weekends off now and we can be friends. Yes, weekends. Read 5 books so far this year. I've read 2 and DNF 2. It's been great. Oh, you know what's not in this stack? My in-person book club book, but it's very small. That should take like an afternoon to read, but still. Oh, hardest part is picking which book to read. That's the easiest part for me right now. Read the books that are due for book clubs in order. Oh. Yay for weekends. 4,575 pages left on my TBR for the month. But you're crushing it, dude. Just remembered I've not started my book club book for the month, so I might need to set up myself a coast nest tonight and get started. A cost nest. A cozy nest? Cost nest. Anywho, the Hecht Library. I mean, also that. A Fate Inked and Blood reads really quick, so that should be helpful for you. I think we're starting that on the 16th, the week of the 16th. Me and Bethany and Brittany are reading that together. So, oh boy, 2 whole days off in a week. Imagine that. If only you could see to read all of those pages. I know, tell me about it. Hello, JC. Welcome in. Let us know what you're doing. We have weekends. We love weekends. I fear this is a book I just got to grit my teeth and write and then figure it out later. I don't know. You got this, boo. 2 days of freedom. We're living the dream. That is fantastic. You're crushing it. Cozy nest. Okay. Listen. That seemed like a struggle, but I can't speak, so I can't judge. I can't talk. Brie and I are buddy reading Babel later this month, and I'm still waiting for my audiobook to come in, slowly creeping up the wait list. Best of luck. I will 100% be listening to audiobooks. I have audio for, I own the audio for the Witchland series because I've read them like 6 times a piece. I have the audio for A Killing Cold. I have the arc that I have for The Killing Cold is an audio arc. I have the audio for Dreams Lie Beneath. But however, I forgot that I only had 3 days left and then it ran out. And so now I have to read it with my eyes. And I also own the audio of all of the Sarah J. Maas books. That's why I unhauled them before, because I owned the original books, like the old covers, the originals, like as they came out, copies. And at some point I had read the first 2 books and was just like, I don't really care. And so I had loaned them to a friend who moved, and they are sitting in a box in her basement. And I was just like, I don't care, whatever. Like, I just counted them as like unhauled. I was like, I own all of the audiobooks. If I ever want to read them again, I can just read the audiobooks. And then I ended up loving them, reading them again reading the first 2 again, and then all of the rest of them for the first time with the read-along that we're doing. And so then I've rebought them. And I told my best friend, I was like, listen, if you ever get hard up for money, there is like $1,000 in a box in your basement, because those books sell for a ridiculous amount of money. So just an FYI. Good book to do audio and physical. It's fair. I believe the laundry stopped running a minute ago. So I need to do 1 rotation, and the second rotation will get me laundry to fold. Yeah, except it's just a blanket, because Merlin decided to throw up on the blanket while we were sleeping last night. Cats. My internet did hold up past 7 minutes. It's been 22 minutes. I've just been jabbing the whole time. I think I'm going to be reading just barely over being sick, so I have much to get done over the past week. But right now, I just want to read. Also, same, read. Also, same, Merlin is rude. I was just like, you know, when you're just laying there and then you're just like, did you really just throw up in this bed? We are sleeping in this bed, ma'am. What are you thinking? Cats, you know? Okay, we've been talking for a very long time. We're going to do an hour sprint. I'm going to attempt, well, first I'm going to go rotate laundry. And then I'm going to work on my February bullet journal, reading journal, because she empty. Haven't done a thing yet. So we're working on that. And then we'll see how it goes. The other day, Gremlin put her face into my glass of water and sneezed directly into it. And then she looked at me like I did something wrong. Oh, gosh. How dare you have water in front of where she wanted to sneeze? Yeah. This is why Merlin has a cup in the bathroom. Because she, like, I used to just, you know, drink water out of a regular cup on the desk. And she would just come in all the time and stick her head down in it and then would inadvertently end up knocking it over. And she would never drink water out of her bowl. Like, she just refused. She did not want to drink water out of her bowl, but she would drink it out of my cups. So I had a mug. It's actually somewhat shaped like this cauldron-y one, except it's a whale, and the handle is the tail of the whale, and it was ungodly uncomfortable to hold. I bought it because it was cute and it was on sale, and that's what happens when you are a mug person. And I was like, well, you know what? I can't drink out of this, but Merlin can. And so I have a whale cup that sits next to the bathroom sink. And every time I go in there, whatever little bit of water's in there, I dump it out and I fill it back up because she has to have fresh water or she won't drink it. She's very needy. And if you don't give her what she wants, she will sit in front of you and scream at you until you give it to her. Yes. Cats are rude. It makes me love my current cat more. The worst thing he does is search me. He searches you. He wants your snacks. Truly lives up to her face is scary. It is toddler behavior. Every time I see a picture of Gremlin, I'm just like, I would not want to make that cat mad, because could you imagine what her face would look like when she's angry? No, thank you. I don't want to be the one. Oh, Lord. Now things are dinging over here. Dinging, 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 doo 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 doo. Okay. Scratches. Gotcha. I'm like, lurking in your pockets for snacks because my dog does that. Dig your hair while you're trying to sleep because they want to eat it. No, but Raja does sleep on my face and try to suffocate me. So she's a sweet baby. Yeah. You've met Raja, right? She's the sweetest baby. She hugs and cuddles and loves, but she's also wild and crazy. Okay, I'm going to put up the sprinty sprint button. I'm going to swap us out. I'm going to check and make sure that we're on 1 time speed. We are. And we're going to sprint for an hour. And when we come back, we'll see how everybody did. Okie dokie. See you guys in an hour. That timer still has the old sound. It's really loud. Boo-doo-boo. Hello, phone. How did everybody do that sprint? Okay. Was a text from my kid that she sent 13 minutes ago that somehow just now alerted itself on my phone. Anywho. How'd it go? Yeah, that one, it's a terrible sound. It's scary. Sprint hop to finish out Brittany Leander sprints. Finish Little Thieves Part 1. Excellent. Up to 1,187 words, so close to my soft goal for the evening. We love that. Had some ice cream and watched Rachel Maxey's new video. What? Lisa read for an hour. Your phone knew you were back from the sprint and wanted to say hi. The heck of it is I've already answered her on my browser. Like, because I have Google phone service, I have an app on my browser that has all of my messages and phone calls and voicemails on it. And it's so much quicker to type on there than it is on the phone. So I just always have it pulled up, and I've already answered her back on here, and then it alerted me on that. Anyway. Marissa's got more done in the game than I thought I would. Excellent. Worked on outline stuff with the More You Know star. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Finished 10 chapters in Sense and Sensibility. Stop walking across my laptop. Anyway. Finished 10 chapters in Sense and Sensibility. Made myself a very tasty cup of tea. We do love tea. Time of the sprint ending, my song ending, my food all getting here at the same second. I don't know if that's good or bad. Also did some sprint hopping and watched some BookTube. I watched some journaling videos while journaling. It was a struggle. It was like I've never made boxes before in my life. And as you can tell from my to-do list, I kind of did a first laundry rotation. I'm counting it. I went to go take the blanket out of the washer, but it still was icky. And that washer seems to not care. Like, it's just not washing it. And I may end up having to wash it outside if it's warm this weekend. I don't know. I have the old blanket washer in the garage. Anywho, how odd. Hello, Raja. It's for you. A sweet little baby kitty. Yes, sweet little baby kitty who walked clear across my laptop and opened 15 things and closed 15 things and cats. I put out a load of laundry to dry. I started to my reread of Every Hearted Doorway. I love cats. Morph every so often shows me his belly, and I think it's cute. I mean, Her Royal Highness is just having the best time. Just realized Jacob and I never watched the bedding this week like we meant to. Tomorrow's a new day. Or if you have multiple units of blankets, today could be a new day, unless you don't have a washer or dryer in your location, because I know some people don't. Having fun watching Sam and CB play Baldur's Gate 3. Excellent. Boo, boo, boo. Hello, Wendy. We're having kitty cuddles with a mischief kitty. She is demon spawn. Yeah. Perfect fuzzy baby who has never done it wrong in her life ever. Yes. Sure. Sure. Sometimes I think I need to take all of my big fuzzy blankets to one of those big industrial laundromats. Yes, those are fantastic. We have, it's a very old washing machine that it doesn't even have a, like, it doesn't even have a top. It was like the first electronic washing machine. I don't know. It's crazy. But Mom has used it for like her horse blankets and stuff like that is what it usually gets used for. So the blanket might end up a little furry, but at least it wouldn't have throw up on it. So bonuses, I guess. Tomorrow we're helping a friend move, so we're not washing and bedding tomorrow. Sunday's a new day. We do have a washer and dryer, but they're in the basement, and I will literally have to go down there so Jacob has to do the actual washing. You know, that's fair. I mean, I could almost see my washer and dryer from here if that one wall wasn't there. And it's only half there. So, ye old washing machine. I just have to take it outside and hose it down. I'll hose you down too. How you feel about that? She says, "No, I'm good." She's happy. She doesn't need a washing machine. Why is your inside nail so weird? Your dew claw, the weird nail. She's like, got her legs crossed and stuff. Yeah. Your threats mean nothing to me. I am a fluffy kitty baby. You will love me. You're a good kitty. I have literally never been in the basement here. The stairs are rough, unfinished wood with no railing, and that does not go well with being disabled. That is fair. When we were on the riding retreat, there was a smoke alarm on the first. If you've seen any of the videos from this most recent riding retreat, watch Becca's and/or Kate's, and there's actual video footage of us going into the basement. Yeah, the phantom smoke alarm. We could not find it. Like it was the second day we were there, and we were just like, somewhere there's a smoke alarm and it is beeping, but like you could hear it in some rooms and not in others. And then like we would be talking and you wouldn't hear it. But if there was like a moment of quiet, then you would hear, and we were just like, what is the sound? Well, Becca was losing it. She couldn't handle it. She was like, I am going to find the smoke alarm. And she found a door to the basement, which I didn't even realize was there. I knew the place has a basement because my family owns a plumbing company and we do their plumbing. So like I know there's a basement because we've been in the basement before. Like my guys have been in the basement before. And I was like, I don't know where the basement is. Becca finds the door to the basement, and just like her and Kate go down there with like, I don't know, a stick and a broom, I don't know, for safety precautions, and go into this dungeon and find a smoke alarm. And then I have to go down with them. And when I tell you that the stairs that we had to walk up and down to get in there, I think there's video of me going up. I think Kate filmed me going up the stairs. No. Was not a time. Do not recommend. Highly do not recommend. You could hear it in the kitchen, but not in the living room, which is next to the kitchen. And you should, but the sound was coming up through a vent. Yes, it was. And then we were all too short to reach it. It was fine. Have I ever shown you guys the hole in the floor in the front room that goes directly into the basement? No. Back up here to where we were. Tiniel says, I do not have a washer dryer. It makes life very difficult sometimes. I can see that, especially because I have a severe scent sensitivities and can't even walk past laundromats without having my tongue and tonsils swell. That is horrifying. I do not envy you. I'm not saying it's easy. But I have seen some people like really are reverting back to hand washing their laundry, especially if they're single, and it's just them and they have a tub. Like they literally will just like put on a movie or something like on their laptop in the bathroom and watch a movie while they wash laundry in the bathtub and then just hang it in the tub to dry. Because if you're a single person, you don't typically create as much laundry, which is wild. But like, yeah, people going back to like doing things the more intense way, the more time consuming way. And like the stuff that they get out of their clothes, like in the water, because new machines suck. They don't clean clothes. And obviously, this is the third time that blanket has been through the washer and you can still see throw up on it. So, Queen must sit dignified. Yes, she must cross her arms. Oh no, I don't believe I've seen that, Mars. I'll get a picture during the next spread. It's so random. We once had an issue with all our smoke detectors going off for no reason. It was both spooky and frustrating. Yeah, the frustrating for sure. Sounds like a D&D. Listen, I'm not saying that we also didn't play a game of D&D and there were... I wonder whose has the most of the D&D game. It was Kate's, Wallace's, Becca's. I don't know. Not Becca's. Becca? No, Becca didn't leave that night. Becca was there the whole night. Becca left the wish night. Listen, I don't know. Time is a blur. I don't have time to do laundry normally, let alone by hand. You know. I mean, I probably do if I spent less time on the internet. When all the sitcoms in the 80s and 90s had fires. Yeah, and they all had like weird oh, what did they call them? They all had weird episodes. Like one was always about drugs, and they would talk to you about drug safety and how you should say no to drugs. And then, I mean, living in the 80s and 90s was a weird time. For those of you who weren't alive, there really was at like 10 p.m. every night. A thing would really come on the news that would say, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Because we were out roaming around in the woods in the middle of the night, or, you know, camping out in alleyways and city. Like we weren't at home. Like kids were not at home in the 90s. We were everywhere but at home. School specials. That's it. School specials. But yeah, they had to like remind our parents that they had children and they needed to look for them and make sure they were at home. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Lindsay's has the most D&D stuff. That does make sense. The Vicious Fairy defeating the big bad evil guy by being such a famous pop star and so horny. Yeah, it was a time. It was a time. Our living room has tall ceilings around 10 feet. And of course, that's the smoke alarm that went out. We had to wait for almost a week for maintenance to come out with a large ass ladder to just take it off. We had no freaks. See, I would have went to the store and bought a ladder, used it, taken it back, and been like, ha. Yeah. Some channels ended for the night too. Yeah, like that was their sign off for the night. They were done. That like they signed off. Those two things were not at the same time. It was not the same thing. Yeah, will live in my head forever. I'll be on my deathbed quoting that. It is wild. Could you, like, now you can't even let your kids play in your own front yard without somebody calling children's services and you being called a bad parent. Our parents didn't even know where we were, what continent we were on. Canada was a little different, but we had sitcoms from the US, although all Canadians know the Heritage Minutes and the safety songs, the drug safety song with the puppets in our heads forever. Whew. I don't think I've ever heard the 10 p.m. thing. Well, because I think by 2000 it was done. It was like in the 80s and early 90s. I don't know how Mars has heard it, honestly. Disappeared for a while there. Sorry, family came over for a little while. And then I ate a donut. Listen, I wish I'd ate a donut. Maybe we can have ice cream during the next sprint. Raji, what do you think? Do you want some icy cream? She's just seeping. Right. I don't know how Mars has heard it. We don't call y'all the latchkey generation for a reason. Yeah, we are. I mean, they just would throw us out, and then it was before our time, Lisa, but my family had a lot of old TV recordings we would rewatch. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because it would come on, like, especially if you were watching, like, the primetime stuff, and then, like, it would be the last thing, and then the TV would turn off for the night. The channel would turn off for the night. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Yes. Why was it always an egg? Like, it was like a normal egg and then an egg that was scrambled. My siblings are quite a bit older than me, so my childhood more aligns with people 5 to 10 years older than me. Samesies. Did you ever have the War Amp safety PSA with Aster the Robot? I do not remember that one. How did I miss that if Mars was there and I somehow wasn't? Yeah, it was a time. It was a time to be alive. It was like where I lived, the high school bus and the elementary bus ran at different times, and the high school bus ran first. So, like, I would be the only one home in the morning for an hour and a half by myself, like, as a 6-year-old. And I was responsible for getting on the bus by myself as, like, a 6-year-old. And then when I got home from work, it was kind of like work, home from school, I had to do my chores, and I had a long list of chores, as, you know, parents do with a girl. Girl gets all the chores. So I had, like, this long list of things I had to do, which basically was, like, everything that the mom would do in a house today if she was a stay-at-home mom. But my mom wasn't there. She was at work. And I would make dinner and get myself ready for bed and go to bed. And usually sometime around, like, 9 p.m., my parents would come home. Like, right around when I was supposed to be going to bed. Like, as a kid, I probably didn't see my parents very often because they were always at work. Now, in the evenings, I had siblings that were home. But they were a lot older than me, so they didn't like me. That's life, man. This reminds me of the one time when I came home and was alone and didn't have a key. Been there. So I kicked out a window, and the cops were called because I hurt myself, and my mom got to come home to fire, ambulance, and police outside, and me just chilling inside while they treated my foot. All those PSAs were weird, but they stuck in our head. I'm a bit worried that there's not something as universal now. Some stuff I've had to explain to university students is concerning. I lived too close to the schools to qualify for getting the bus there for elementary school. We literally lived on the last block before the distance that qualified for buses. Yeah. I have seen kids like that have to walk like an hour to get to school now, like in modern times. The school that Danica went to when she lived with her mom, they were not even in the city. Like, it's a city school district, but they weren't even in the city limits. But that was the school district they were in. And the school did not excuse an absence if they were late on the bus. Like, if the bus was late getting out there, the school didn't excuse the absence because they weren't required to give them a ride to school. It was weird. I would randomly get calls in the morning, like 10 minutes before I was supposed to walk out the door, that would be, can you go and pick up my kid and take her to school because the bus isn't running yet? And I'm like, yep, got it. We didn't have a locked door, so we didn't need a key when we got home. Samesies. My high school was literally the next block over from my house, though, so it evens out. I could wake up at 7:45 and be at homeroom for 8. Be there for homeroom at 8. School boarders are fucked up. You know, that's life. If we're going to do another sprint, we better get doing another sprint, or we won't have a break between our sprint and Katie's sprint. And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Let's do... I need to make some new timers. We're only going to do 50 minutes. That way we have some time to talk and a little bit of a break between us and Katie. Time to listen and time to talk, and you might have to crawl even after you walk. Our high school had 2,000 students, but they had a system where if they knew if kids or buses were late within 5 minutes of each class and called parents. That's a big school. Yeah, mine was... There were 90 some students in my graduating class. So we was small. We do be small, doobie doo. Okay, we are large. We are in charge. There's only one high school in the whole county. Okay, that's fair. My graduating class was 150, and that was like the biggest class in the school's history. That's crazy. Yeah, there's probably 8 or 9 schools in our county. Mine was the smallest. Okay, I'm going to hit the button. Pachoo! Oh, look, Lisa was in a small class too. 20. These numbers are wild to me. Oh, good Lord. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to hit the button. We're going to sprinty sprint. I will see you guys in 50 minutos. See, that's a much better timer. Ending timer, jingle jangle. It doesn't attack you, and I like that about it. Anywho, welcome back. That was our final sprint. Let me know in the comments how you did. I, for the most part, finished my bullet journal for February. Is the whole thing there? Yep, the whole thing is there. The good thing about having this square notebook is that if I don't have a readathon going on, I can do my entire month spread on one page. There's so much space. Last month, of course, because I had TBR-athon, I was 2 pages. But I'm digging it. I'm having a good time. I like it. It's bright. It's happy. It's very pink and purple for Valentine's Day. Yes, indeed. Very happy with that. I need to move over some of the arcs that I need to read and new releases and stuff like that. There's a couple of things I need to write down, but I can do that in 5 minutes. I just didn't get to it because I was eating peanut M&Ms and watching what are those things called? YouTube videos. And that was it. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Mars did share a picture of the hole in the floor in the library in Discord. And I made up a funny story about Bob being your uncle. And they sound like people from Appalachia. Alita in the books. Hello, welcome. Thanks for sprints. Hoping to finish the rom-com. I hope you were able to get some reading in, even though that was our last sprint. We will be going to Katie's after this. Katie. We're going to Katie's after this, and it will automatically send you there from here. I have it linked to do that because I'm smart. Having a bad brain day, so reading is hard, but I'm succeeding. 51% of the way through the book I already started today. If you're having a bad brain day, feel free to just run away. We won't hold it against you. Mars says, what did I even do that sprint? I don't know. What did you do? You tell me. 2,239 words in book 2 for today. I almost stopped at my soft goal, but decided I wanted to feel better about being behind, so I kept going. You have a whole sprint live stream. You have a whole stream to go, Katie. There's plenty of time for more things. Wallace said dishes packed and worked on a vlog going up later this month. Excelente. Tennille packed away all the food I cooked earlier, listened to a bit of Spend the Dawn, and started watching an episode of Bones. Excellent. Got another 6 chapters down. Listened to some music, then did some other stuff that I can't remember, and then I fiddled with my video schedule for the upcoming weeks. Me. You. I finished my book and started my next read. Excellent. 303 words for that sprint. Finished my food. We love food. Yes, I know I have a whole stream, but I want to be bad and write something I'm not. Oh, that's right. You are using your streams to write things that you don't have to write. That's right. That's right. Bones is a great show. I am a member of my friend Brittany's Patreon, and we watch Bones together every Thursday. 2 episodes every Thursday. And we are currently, yesterday we finished season 4, and we're starting season 5 next week. And we looked ahead at the episodes coming up because Brittany and I both have watched all of Bones before. But there are some people who are watching that are doing their first time they've ever watched it. And so looking at season 5 and season 6, there's an odd number of episodes. So we were like, we should do a 3 episode night for the end of season 5, beginning of season 6. Because that cliffhanger will hurt you if you have never seen all of it before. Sorry, I think a peanut's attacking me in my throat. It's rude. I'm probably going to sneeze. Oh, no. Oh, don't sneeze on camera. The perverts will find you. Anyway, Wendy made and ate dinner. We love Bones. I don't think I've ever seen past season 3. Season 3 is the best season. But there's some good episodes. Watch something else with the actor who played Hodgins, and I really want to rewatch so bad. I, too, want you to rewatch so bad. I'm falling apart. My eyes are watering. I've been attacked by a peanut in my throat. It was stabbing me, which is rude. All I did was eat you. Gosh. Oh, we just finished season 4. So the end of season 4 is, without spoiling things, is the episode where all of Booth's hallucinations come to a head. Let's see. I was always at the community center on Thursdays, except in the summer, so I'm trying to keep up. I'm on season 4, episode 11. You're getting there. Hello, Ro. We are actually done for the night, but we're heading over to Katie's here. Uno momento. You should finish Bones. It's great. Yes, camera off, but not muted, because they will watch you sneeze. Perverts on the internet. Also, I'm just saying. All right. Yes, season 3 is the cannibal arc. That is that season. It wasn't cut short by the writer's strike. They just very much condensed it. So there are no filler episodes in that season. And that's why a lot of us believe that season 3 is like peak season. Because no fillers. Also a good arc. Yes. Season 1 is good. Also love 3. Yes, Sweets. Sweets is great. That's also fair. What I'm hearing with the sneezing is you have a chance to make money from perverts on the internet. That is true. That is very true. I don't know how I know this, but I know people that ended up on like weird sneezy porn sites, like not sleazy porn sites, but sneezy porn sites where they like take stills of you sneezing and then they use it on. Listen, people are weird. How are you able to send people to another stream from here on YouTube like you do on Twitch? Well, the first thing is that you have to have 1,000 subscribers because YouTube is the devil. But I can show you how to do it if I do this. And we were here, right? We were here, indeed. Okay, so you go into your studio. Do, and then content. And then live. And then pick a live. I'm not going to pick the one more right now because I'll mess something up. You go into customization. And then down here at the bottom where it has a redirect, you hit add. And then you can redirect to your own videos, which seems kind of weird. But then it will also give you other options, or you can search for a specific video. The thing is that people have to be able to, like, they have to let you do it. So if you go into settings, and I think it is, I don't think it's permissions. I think it's community moderation. No? Yes, community moderation. And then live redirects. And so you can either make it so that channels that you subscribe to can redirect to your content, or anyone can redirect to your content. It doesn't matter which. Or you can just make it for like specific people can redirect to your content. And as we talked about a few weeks ago, I do indeed have sausage and ye still blocked on my channel for reasons. But yeah, so it's pretty easy to do. You just have to find where it is. And if you can find where it is, then, you know. Pikachu! No, not that one. This one. Sausage and ye. Twisted your arm. I have a very soft spot for it because I watched so much when I was going through a lot of my iconic migraine stuff. It's my comfort show. That's me and Grimm. Grimm is my homeboy. So, the Gravedigger arc is also good. Honestly, there's not much that's bad. And some parts of it have aged really well, and then some parts, not so much. Not so much. But most of it is good. But I think last week's episode was the episode with Booth's friend from Japan that he was an exchange federal agent or something, and he knew the guy's sister, and the sister was missing in the United States, and so the brother comes over and he brings his own doctor friend who's like up on levels with Bones of how smart they are, and they are part of they're very androgynous. Like the whole point is for you not to know if they're male or female, and it's handled very creepily by a lot of the other people in the office. So it was very weird. My sisters and I are all house watchers. I think my older sister is on her 6th or 7th time through. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I think it was very weird because Angela is bisexual, and that is handled really well. Like her having a relationship with a woman, the whole thing is handled very well. It was very very cringy. Criminal Minds, but mostly the early seasons. I've never seen that. Yeah, Nakamura. Yep, that is the one. Stopped around like the Cyberstalker arc after her kid was like 2. Yeah, the Cyberstalker arc is crazy. There are some crazy things. That's what I thought immediately. You said it. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of it that's fine, but then there's some of it that's really not fine. Angela made me bisexual. I mean, that's fine. It's fair. It's fine. Yeah. So we're only on season 4. We'll be on season 5 next week. We've definitely talked about a few things where we're like, wow, they were really progressive for that time period. And then there's times where we're like, ooh. But it's definitely something that we all end up talking about while watching. So. I'm gonna be honest, it's been so long since I've watched any of the later seasons that I couldn't remember if my life depended upon it. Yeah, they're weird about stuff. I don't know. Anywho, we're gonna end the stream so that we can go to Katie's place and hang out with Katie. In case you haven't seen it, Saturday morning, I have set up a coffee craft and chat. I liked last week's 4-hour stream so much that I was like, let's do it again. But we're just going to craft and hang out and drink coffee. And it will not be 4 hours long. So, but we're going to do that again on Sunday. And if we like it, we might keep doing it Sunday mornings and just hang out and do crafts together. Bring your crafts. We'll work on them together while we chat. Okay. Where's the get out of here button? There it is. See you guys in a few minutes.